Lancia Rally Team. Those three words mean business in the world of rally. Hi, I'm Hubert from Rally Driving Media, and today we'll be looking at the Lancia Rally Team and how it dominated Group B and Group A of the FIA World Rally Championship. But first, roll the intro. Lancia is an Italian automotive company founded on November 29, 1906 by an Italian pilot, Vincenzo Lancia. In 1965, Lancia took part in motorsport in the form of rallying with their Fulvia, and after being absent from the Formula 1 from 1955 onwards, it finished 8th in its debut race at the Tour de Corse rally in France, and Lancia kept upping their Fulvia as a prototype until 1969, when the car was homologated. Lancia from 1965 to 1969 dominated the Italian Rally Championship. In 1970, it didn't do so well. However, the Fulvia took part in the International Championship of Manufacturers and won it in 1972, which was the highest peak that the Fulvia ever got to. In 1973, it had a limited success in WRC, but it helped the Lancia Rally Team to win before the Fulvia was replaced by the Stratos. The Fulvia had a 1.3-liter V4 engine, which Lancia became the first car company to produce V4 and V6 engines in series production. The later model prototypes had better engines. Most of the cars produced after 1967 switched to a completely re-engineered and more buffed out 1.6-liter power plant, producing upwards of 130 horsepower. Now, it was time for the Stratos to shine a light upon the fans of rally racing. The Stratos weighed in at 900 kilograms and its engine produced 320 horsepower. Do you think that was everything? Hell no! Two cars were ever fitted with the KKK turbochargers, boosting power up to 560 horsepower. Later, Lancia went on dominating the 1974, 1975 and 1976 WRC events. The homologated versions were sold as the HF Stradale. The car had a 2.4-liter dyno V6 producing up to 188 horsepower, along with 160 foot-pounds of torque. The Group 4 regulations stated that 500 cars, 500 production models had to be made, meaning that the production of this car came to an end. Lancia made only 492 of these bad boys. When Lancia retired the Stratos, Lancia came back strong to the Group B category with their Lancia 037. The 037 had a supercharged 2-liter transverse straight 4 placed into the middle of the car. The rear wheels drove it forward with 280 horsepower and the supercharger illuminated turbo lock. Everything was going great until the 1982 season of WRC, when mechanical issues rained upon Lancia. Even though the 037 showed potential by picking up a few points in the hands of a rally driver, Marco Alin, it ended up in 9th place overall. However, Lancia improved the car, and then the legendary driver Walter Rome, joined an alliance with Lancia for the 1983 championship. He and Marco together claimed a total of 5 victories, with other Lancia drivers scoring extra points in various races. All of these victories led Lancia to claim the world title once more, and it would be the last time a manufacturer won with a rear-wheel drive car. The 037 would compete in 1984, 1985, and 1986. It claimed second place, third place, and second place, respectively, alongside the Delta S4 in 85 and 86. And WRC banned Group B because of a corner, and Group A was introduced with more regulations. The Stradale weighed 1,170 kilograms, which made it heavier than the Stratos, and it had a power output of 205 horsepower, but retained the beautiful exterior as if it was just a repaint Martini Racing 037. Due to the less restricted Group B rules, only 207 road cars are known to be produced between its inception in 1980 and its retirement in 1986. The Delta S4 wasn't as successful as other models, but the little car still performed well, and although it had nothing in common with the Delta S4 helped boost sales for Lancia. It had a mid-mounted 1.8 liter inline 4, producing 483 horsepower, with an all-wheel drive for superior traction, and outperformed the 037. At the end of 1985 WRC, the Delta S4 was introduced for rallying and won Wales Rally 1 and 2, finishing third overall with both the S4 and the 037. They decided not to compete in Kenya, and instead they were on course to win the championship. However, the results of the San Remo rally had been annulled due to irregular technical scrutineering. Only 200 Stradales were in production between 1985 and 1986, and it cost much more than a standard Delta. It kept most of the technical specifications while being down-tuned to 247 horsepower and 215 foot-pounds of torque. Sadly, Group B was banned for safety reasons. Henry Toivonen and co-driver Sergio Cresto were killed after a fatal misjudged hairpin turn, which led them crashing into a ravine and bursting into flames. Finally, Lancia goes to Group A, and after the banning of Group B, Lancia pulled themselves together and gained a record 6 championship victories with the Delta. This car was based on a more powerful version of the ordinary Delta hatchback, the HF 4-wheel drive. However, for rally purposes, the engine was upgraded to 286 horsepower and 315 foot-pounds of torque. The fall of Group B left many manufacturers in disarray and had to turn to cars that were less suitable for the 1987 season. However, Lancia was ready. The rally-tuned Delta HF 4-wheel drive dominated the underpowered cars. They also dominated all the rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive models. There were some issues, but there was no doubt that Lancia would win the drivers and constructors titles. No worthy challengers were approaching Lancia until 1989, and by then Lancia already won a total of 6 championships. Toyota decided to step up their game with their Celica GT4, but it was less reliable and allowed Lancia to pull ahead for yet another title. Lancia won every manufacturer's championship until 1991, when it had a final championship victory, showing the end of their rallying days. In the 2 years following the last win from the constructors Lancia, the Delta went under the supervision of the Jolly Club team and soldiered on to win one more title in 1992, before officially retiring in 1993. The Delta remains to this day the most successful rally car in the world, only to be rivaled by the Subaru Impreza. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this as I enjoyed making this video. If you have any questions, tips, or just good old comments, comment down below. I will link a source to the website in my description for this video. Without this website, I probably wouldn't have actually made this video for you. So make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on that bell notification icon so you won't miss an upload from Rally Joy Media. I will see you guys in a bit. Peace out.